Ladies and gentlemen.
Darko, do you have any? Is there any update on Scotty? What happened? Did you see what happened with him at all, or do you know what?
He's fine. I did not actually see the play. They just told me that it was knee-to-knee hit. He's completely fine.
Be fine?
Yeah.
You got some very good minutes out of Precious, I thought, during
Yes.
the game. What did you think of the way he looked for his first run?
I thought he did some really good stuff there. Obviously, he's still searching for the rhythm, and I kind of like wanted to extend his minutes in the second half. Even the game was already kind of like, result-wise over. So I just wanted him to start getting the feel of the game again, and that's going to be important for him for the start of the year. That he's finding his groove and he feels comfortable handling the ball and making decisions on the court for us.
How about the job you guys did defensively on Poole?
OG Anunoby. I have 3 words for you. OG Anunoby. He was outstanding, followed the game plan, his length, physicality, but it's very underestimated the way he's processing the game, the way he's approaching to the opponents, the amount of time he's spending actually watching a film and analyzing those guys. OG Anunoby is as good as anybody defensively.
I'm sure you watched a lot of Scotty tape from last year. What have you seen? How have you seen him, I guess, improve or look different in preseason so far?
Scotty is a unicorn. He can play 1 through 5 any position. He's good handling the ball. He's good setting screens in pick and roll. We're finding more of those opportunities for him as well. I think he had a great preseason here. He did an amazing job during the summer. His shooting is coming along. He's feeling more comfortable, and him and the whole team is feeling more comfortable because we were doing good job of moving the football and finding each other. And when you play in that kind of like in the flow, it's much easier to knock down shots.
Coach, what does it mean to you to go undefeated in the preseason?
Nothing.
No weight on it?
Nothing at all. It's all of this. What matters is our preparation for the regular season, for about what's going to start. It's same question asking me what it meant 1-4 in a summer league. It was us learning, it was us getting better, it was having that approach. Regular season starts now, and our main thing starts now.
Do you feel like you're able to learn a lot from like the rotations and different looks that you're kind of using in the preseason though?
We learned a lot, and I think we're going to continue learning as the season is progressing. I think we have great depth on our team, multiple players that can step on the floor and affect the game on both ends of the floor, and I'm not going to be in an easy situation to decide who are the guys going out and competing every night, because we have a lot of great players that deserve that.
So Precious comes into the game, his first preseason game, he blows up a pick and roll, blocks the line, then he gets switched out in a cross match onto Jordan Poole in transition, and Poole is obviously a really great creator off the bounce. Stonewalls him twice. This is a power forward or center stepping out on that guy after doing a classically big man thing. Like, how impressed were you with his defensive range in his first game back?
I'm impressed with him, and I'm seeing that every single day. Every practice and every time when he touches the floor, he's just like making winning plays. And for me, that's no surprise. And then at the same time, I don't see him as a 4, as a 5, as a 3, as a 2. He's just like player that can guard multiple positions. And you could see tonight when he was on the floor, we were inclined more to switch because I have such a trust that he can handle any player 1 through 5 on the court.
And then when we're looking at offensively, you used him kind of as a guard coming off that handoff with Pascal. He got right to the rim. Are you impressed with his range as far as what he can do offensively as well?
Yes, I am.
Scotty took like 5 3-pointers in the first 17 minutes or something. The willingness to do that, take those threes, is that something that you can see opening up his game, or how would it open up his game?
But for sure, I think that shooting in general is helping any player. When you have good 3-point spot-up shooting, down defense is more closing out. But now, if you're closing out on Scotty Barnes, like God help you. You're dealing with him going downhill and finishing at the rim or connecting with his teammates, and that's gonna really help his game, and it's gonna really help our game. And I want Scotty to shoot. I think that he took all great shots in the game. He was not forcing anything. Everything came to him, and he just took advantage of the those opportunities.
You talked yesterday about Brady kind of letting the game come to him a little bit more. Did you see more of that game slowing down for him a little bit today?
Yeah, he was good until he got tired. When he got tired, like he started like leaning on shots. I told him in the game like you just gotta still focus, on doing small things on both ends of the floor. He got burned one time on the back door. He's a young player. It's a lot of for him going on over there. But like first couple of minutes when he stepped on the floor, he was impressive.
Everybody?
Yeah, how does it play again? It's been a while.
That was good. I was glad we had a little bit of a minute restriction. I think if I was out there for like 8-10 minutes at a time, it would have been a little bit more difficult, but actually felt really good.
I saw Darko come up to you near the end of the game. Was he asking you if you wanted a few more minutes just to get your conditioning?
Yeah, pretty much. Like the plan, like there was a target that we're trying to get to, and like I was still below it, so he asked me if I wanted to, and since it's been a while since I played, I figured might as well get a little bit more of a rhythm going.
How are you feeling? Yeah.
Good. Felt good out there.
Do you feel like you guys, as that starting group, had enough time here in the preseason to sort of feel like you're on the same page and ready to go for next week?
I mean, it's one of those things where like we took preseason very seriously, but it's still obvious that preseason games, like there's a different feel to it compared to a regular season game. So I think there's still going to be a learning curve, like once the real season starts, because it's just going to be a different pace, a different physicality out there. Like teams are going to be playing all the way through the fourth quarter. So yeah, we'll see. I think it was a good start. I think we made a lot of progress in practice and in the games. But like I said, I think the regular season, like the first couple of games, couple of weeks, are still going to be a learning period for us.
How's the chemistry coming along with Dennis? What you liked about playing with him so far?
Good. I think we're both getting used to the pick and roll situations with each other. Like in general, just reading the game, like trying to figure out what the other person likes to do out there. He hit me on a couple of pocket passes today where I'm getting more comfortable with the pace of his pick and rolls and stuff like that. So it's been good.
I know you haven't spent a ton of time on the floor with Jalen McDaniels, but he seems, from watching him, like another guy who just sort of can't help but get involved and do a few different things. What has been your impression of watching him play and playing against him, I guess, in practice as well?
I think he's been playing really well. He's one of those guys that does a little bit of everything, can help out in a lot of different matters. I think he's working really well in our offense with different types of cuts and stuff like that. And if they, he's knocking down the catch and shoot threes as well. So yeah, been really good in that system for us, and I think he's going to continue to get better.
What do you think is the secret to making a really effective cut on the NBA floor?
I mean, I don't know if there's a secret. Like it's. I mean, it depends on so many different things. It depends how the defense is playing it. Like you gotta cut every single day. You're not gonna get the ball every single time. You gotta cut with intensity and with like expecting to get the ball every single time. Like there's, I don't know. I don't want to get into too many details, but there's a lot of small nuances to it, I'd say.
Ending the preseason on a win, we just heard that it's also your birthday, so how does that feel?
I mean, it feels real good, especially to end it on my birthday. So.
What does it mean, though, to you to have a pretty good preseason as a team and also individually?
I just feel like us just coming together as one this training camp. It was real fun to just be out there with these guys and just have a great group of guys to just be out there to just love each other.
What expectations did you put on yourself, or did you have any expectations coming into this?
No, I really didn't have no expectations because, I'm new to the city, I'm new to the team, so I just feel like I just go out there and just play my game and just contribute anyway.
What's the biggest thing that you learned or could take away from so far from the team?
Just always staying ready, always being prepared. I feel like we have a lot of vets on this team, so anything I need, I know I can just go up and talk to them and ask them for anything.
Okay. And then any takeaways going going into now the regular season and what your future?
Just keep doing the same thing I'm doing now. Just keep growing, progressing each and every day.
All right, OG, how do you feel about the preseason and just overall takeaways?
Went pretty well, I feel like we got better each game, and we're building good habits, and, we're excited for the regular season to start.
Does this, at this time this year, feel any different than it did this time last year? Of course, new coach, new system, different energy?
Yeah, I think it's a new group, so it's always going to be different energy. It's never going to be the same unless it's the same group. So I think it's different energy for sure, but both energies are good.
What is your takeaway so far about the .5 offense?
It's a great offense. Ball was moving, we're getting good shots, and we're getting stops on defense.
And then just going into regular season, do you have any expectations, like personally or goals?
Just try to win games.
All right.
That's it, yeah. Thank you.
How'd it feel to get back out there?
It was good. It was really good to be out there playing, just having missed the other games and a good amount of training camp. It feels good to be out there playing again.
It kind of, last year you kind of had that injury early in the year, and so
Yeah.
it won't come, obviously not as bad an injury, but
Yeah.
did you kind of go, oh no, here we go again, or anything like that?
No. I just knew it wasn't as serious as last year. As soon as at the point that it happened, I knew I was gonna be back pretty soon before the season. So it was just more so just taking my time and rehabbing the right way, just so stuff like this don't linger around.
Did it happen in 5-on-5 or a practice drill or?
Yeah, it was during practice. It happened during practice. Yeah.
How important was tonight's game for you in terms of building chemistry with your teammates and looking ahead to the regular season?
It was good. My goal was to try to play one at least. So just understanding the system is new, a couple new guys, just being able to play with those guys, build chemistry, understanding the system is different when you just practice it than you play against actual competition. So it's very important for me to be out there today and compete side by side with those guys.
I think having had a chance to watch and see what Darko's trying to get implemented and then kind of do it in action today on the floor, do you kind of have an appreciation for how things are a little bit different this year, and could it suit you? Could it help you?
I think things are different this year. Everybody have their own reservation about things. I think things are very different this year, and I think if we continue to play the way we've been playing and follow the game plan and continue to trust in the system, is going to eventually work out, and we'll see the success of it.
You ran some of the Princeton high post stuff last year under Nick, but how did you feel running through some of those high post sets as the hub tonight?
It was good. Just being able to make those reads from there. It's a part of my game that I haven't really been able to tap into. But just being able to be in those positions tonight, like I said, practice is different. In practice, that's pretty much. I play a lot of those, from that hub, just being able to play out of there. But actually doing it against a different team, and just being able to see different bodies move around was very important.
At your size, a lot of guys don't move like you. That handoff you took from Pascal and got all the way to the rim. Is that something you're looking forward to doing more of this season? Is like a lot of it last season was that weave stuff. It was like Pascal, Scotty, or Fred. But are you excited at the idea that you might be the guy turning the corner more often this season?
I think one of the strengths of my game is being able to get to the basket. Probably the strongest part of my game offensively. Just the ability to get to the basket quickly, athletically, and with strength, and finishing as well. So just that just comes from just reading the game, reading the defense, reading what my teammates are doing, and just being able to understand what should be done at a particular moment in time.
One of the things Darko has talked about is using a bigger rotation this year, 10 guys to start the season. We've seen some of that early in these preseason games before the rotation has kind of gotten bigger in the second half. How do you think that could be beneficial, just in terms of opportunities for some guys, or maybe more guys are fresher later in games? Like, is that something that you think could be helpful?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, everybody has different reservations about, situations. I think it's very helpful. Just being able to get a lot of guys involved is very important because come playoff time, we're going to need everybody to lock in and contribute in a very, very important way. So just being able to give guys confidence and let them go out there and play and trust in them is very huge, I think.
When you came from Miami initially, Nick talked about how your role with the Heat was very limited. And over the past couple of years, it's grown a little bit. Do you think there are areas of your game that will grow even more with the new coaching staff?
I mean, that's the point of practice and the NBA. The longer you stay, the things you continue to do, you do them good, and then you just continue to add to your game. I think something about myself is I'm very versatile in a lot of ways. Just being able to just dial in on a lot of things that I do really well, and then continue to build from there, add to it.
I know every season is important, but are you looking at this like your fourth year as being an especially important season for you?
I mean, I think every season is very important, but of course, this is the present season right now, so this is definitely the most important season so far of my career.
Jordan Poole is a really talented shot creator. You get cross-matched on him in transition. He tries to kind of like work himself into a shot, has to pass out. They go back to him again on that possession. You make him kill his dribble and pass out again. How much is that you're like, I'm definitely back, I'm stopping these guys on the perimeter?
I mean, that's something that I take pride in, defense. I think I'm one of the best defenders in the league. Like I said, a lot of people have different reservations in that. I think I am. I've shown it in the past. But that play right there, I didn't feel any different from. I've guarded All-Stars, MVPs, in the past, and I think I've done a pretty decent job at defending them. So I don't think anything more so different from that play.